slowly developing a little YouTube channel. Okay, just let me make sure that's recording. And I'll mute you all. As always, if you need to do a stop me for any reason. Keep an eye on the screen if anybody loses connection, and then hopefully I'll let you back in quickly. You can always text me as well. Okay, so come to, oh, here's Lizzie. Come to lying down on our backs to start. So it's always nice just to stop for a minute before we start. So come to lying down. And if you're comfortable to come into your Savasana, come into Savasana. So you can take the legs wide, maybe arms out wide as well. If you are more comfortable having your knees bent, then of course do that. But wherever you are, just take a moment to settle and arrive into your practice. So beginning to let go of the things that are going around in your mind, anything that you're holding on to, just start to push it all to one side. And then beginning to breathe in and out through the nose. Letting all of your awareness settle onto your inhales and your exhales. Beginning to really feel the breath, tune into the sensation of your breath. And then as you start to lengthen and deepen, just coming into the Ujjayi breath, if that feels okay for you. Try to use the exhales to let go of tension. So with each exhale, just let your body feel heavier. Relax the facial muscles. Release your jaw. And relax your throat. Okay, when you're ready, just start by bringing the knees into the chest, really, really gently. Start to squeeze them in, and a little bit of movement there if it feels like a nice thing to do. So maybe side to side with the knees or circles. Just start to slowly warm up into your low back. Okay, and then we'll keep hold of the right knee and stretch the left leg away. So just let that left leg come all the way down to the mat. And then draw the right knee as close into the chest as you can. And you could circle the ankle one way and then back the other way. You might point and flex. Just bring a little bit of movement into that ankle. And then keep drawing the knee as close into the chest as you can. Try to relax where you feel that stretch. And then from there, we'll stretch the right leg up to the ceiling. So taking the hands behind the thigh, you could interlace or the calf, and then just create enough resistance to start to warm up into the back of the leg. And you can point and flex or just explore your foot position a little bit, see what difference it makes. Think about that outer right hip lengthening away. And then lifting up the left leg just about 6 inches off the mat. 10 centimeters, something like that, I think. And then we're going to take the arms up above the head, interlace the fingers, come into a pistol grip. So keep everything interlaced except the index finger and the thumb. Draw the navel in and press the low back down. Take a big inhale on the floor. And then as you exhale, come up straight down the center. Arms are on the inside of the right leg. And then inhale, come back down. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come back down, exhale, come up. Keep drawing the navel in. Inhale, come back down, exhale, come up. We're going to keep going here for 10. Hope I don't lose count. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then can you hold it up here? Lift the shoulder blades up for 5. Point through the toes, both feet. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release the head and shoulders down, release the left leg down, bring the right knee back into the chest, take your right arm out to the side, inhale, and then as you exhale, come into a twist. So the right knee comes over to the left, so that should feel quite nice. After that, little rest as well. Try and keep the back of the right shoulder down on the mat. And then you can use the left hand there maybe to increase that twist if you want to. But just pay attention to your low back. If it doesn't feel good, don't come too deep into it. Okay, on the next inhale, we'll come back up. We'll switch with the legs. So right leg stretches away, draw the left knee into the chest. And then just circling the ankle one way and then back the other way. Keep drawing that left knee in. Outer left hip is lengthening down to the bottom of the mat. And then from there, stretch the left leg up, interlace fingers behind the thigh or the calf, and then just create resistance to start to warm up into the back of that leg. And you can point and flex or explore the foot position, see what works better for you. Okay, from there, we'll lift the right leg up, take the arms up above the head again, interlace the fingers, come into that pistol grip, pointing through the toes on both feet, navel's drawing in, low back presses down, inhale, exhale, come up, straight down the center. Inhale, come back down, exhale, come up. Inhale, come back down, exhale, come up. Inhale, come back down, exhale, come up. We'll keep going for 10. 9. Try to keep breathing, don't hold your breath. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1, and then hold it up there for 5. Point through the toes. 4, can you get the shoulder blades up? 3, low back presses down. 2, and 1, and then release. Arms, head and shoulders back down. Left leg back, right leg even back down. Draw the left knee into the chest. Right arm, left arm out to the side. Inhale, and then exhale, come into that twist. So just bring that left knee as far as is comfortable. Try and stay as heavy as you can in the back of the left shoulder. Just making that twist as deep or not as feels appropriate in your body. Just a little opportunity for a brief reprieve. Okay, inhaling to come back to center. We'll bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze there. And then release the knees away so that you've got a right angle between the top of your thighs and your abdomen and a right angle behind the knees as well. One of my favorite things to do at the moment, really wakes up the obliques. So take your arms out to the side in a T. Low back's pressing down, squeeze the inner knees and thighs together. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, just taking both knees about halfway to the right. Try to be really heavy in the back of that left shoulder. So you're not letting the upper body move at all. Keep squeezing the inner thighs and knees towards each other. The navel starts to move a little bit round towards the left. And then if it feels okay with your back, you can maybe straighten the legs away there. But you might regret that. You can always rebend. You might straighten one leg. Just find what feels appropriate for you. Try to just maintain that nice evenness with the breath and keep squeezing the inner knees and thighs towards each other. Still smiling, hopefully. Okay, if you straighten the legs, rebend the knees, come back to center, reset, navel draws in. Inhale and then exhale, come over to the left, just about halfway. Make sure that the back of the right shoulder stays down. Again, knees can stay bent. You keep squeezing the inner knees and thighs together. Maybe you stretch the legs away. Maybe you do one leg and both, or maybe you regret all of that and come back. So remember, I don't want any discomfort in the low back here. So if it is bothering your back, just ease off. You don't have to come as far, perhaps. Just make sure you can stay in control. Make sure that you can keep that nice evenness with the breath going. Okay, if you straighten the legs, rebend the knees, come back. Reset, navel in, squeeze the inner knees and thighs together. Inhale, exhale, back over to the right. Maybe you come a little bit further, but make sure that the back of the left shoulder stays down. Maybe you straighten the lower leg, maybe both legs, maybe neither. Just make sure that you can still breathe. And you should be able to still speak here as well. So just watch what's going on. Make sure there's no discomfort in your low back. Maybe you start to think about the navel turning a little bit more to the left as well. Okay, if you straighten the legs, rebend the knees, come back to center, reset. Navel in, low back presses down, inhale, exhale back over to the left, maybe a little bit further, stay heavy in the back of the right shoulder, maybe one leg stretches, maybe they both do, maybe it doesn't feel good to do either, whatever, keep squeezing the inner knees and thighs towards each other though. So you're staying active. Can you draw the navel around a little bit towards the right hand side as well? This one does get easier quite quickly, I have to say, in theory. Okay, if the legs are straight, you rebend the knees, come back to center, and then bring the knees into the chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze, a little bit of a back massage, just whatever feels nice. Okay, releasing the feet down to the mat, we'll cross the right leg over just like we're sitting in a chair. And if you can tuck the toes behind the back of the left calf, do that. So it's like eagle legs. Take the arms out to the side in a T. Inhale, exhale, bring right arm under the left and then come into whatever version of eagle arms you can there. So it might be hands to shoulders or wrapping the forearms, whatever. Try to keep the shoulder blades drawing down the back. Navel draws in and presses down. Inhale, exhale, crunch up. And then inhale, come back down. And then exhale, crunch up. Inhale, come back down. We'll do for this for 10. 9. Keep drawing the navel in. 8. 7. Try to get the back of the shoulder blades up. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then hold it up there for 5. Keep drawing the navel in, press the low back down. 4. Chin to the chest helps with the neck a little bit. 3. 2. Really crunch up. And 1. And then release. Come down. Unwind. And then straight away, left leg crosses over. Tuck the toes if you can. If not, then just cross the legs. And then arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, left arm under, hands to the shoulders. Find your version of eagle arms, whatever that might be. Navel in, low back presses down. Inhale on the floor. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, come up. And then we'll keep going here for 10. Smiling. 9. Doesn't feel that bad at the time, this one. 8. You'll feel it later. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then hold it there. 5. Navel in. Get the shoulder blades up if you can. 4. Chin to the chest. 3. 2. And 1, and then release, come down, unwind, uncross, and then bring the knees into the chest. Just give yourself a little squeeze, a little bit of a side to side movement there, whatever feels nice. Okay, legs straight up to the ceiling, and then point through the toes. So you point through the toes, you start to engage the whole of the leg, and then draw the navel in, press the low back down. Arms could be down by your side with the palms facing down, or you could take them out to the side, whatever feels right for you. We're just going to start to draw figure of 8 with the legs. So it gets a little bit confusing. Give yourself a moment to just sort of get that rhythm established of your figure of 8. And then we're going to start picking up the hips when we come through center. And again, it gets confusing, so just do your best. So you want to try to think about getting the hips up a couple of centimeters as part of that movement, and then you can always reverse your figure of 8 as well. So it's a nice way to really target those low abdominal muscles. See if you can really pick the hips up. Okay, we'll come back to center. Bring the arms up, reach the fingertips to the toes, navel in, ribs in. Can you lift up as much as possible there? Imagine that you're trying to get the fingers all the way to the toes, but you're lifting your hips up as well. Navel's drawing in, lower back's pressing down. Take another breath, and then release the head and shoulders back down. And then we're going to come to straddle legs. So taking the feet apart and straddling as wide as you can. Again, navel draws in, low back presses down. Coming into that pistol grip again, interlacing the fingers. Index fingers pointing up above the head. Inhale on the floor, exhale, come up. Inhale, come back down, exhale, come up. Inhale, come back down, exhale, come up. Inhale, come back down, exhale, come up. And this is where we hope no one walks in. Inhale, come back down, exhale, come up. Inhale, come back down, exhale, come up. Keep going with this for 10. Point through the toes. 9. Reach away through the toes. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then hold it there. 5. Really point away through the fingers. 4. Can you get the shoulder blades up? Keep the shoulders away from the ears though. 3. 2. And 1. And then release. Come down. Bring the knees in. Give yourself a little squeeze. A little bit of a back massage. Whatever feels nice there. Okay, from here, hands behind the thighs, start to rock back and forward, and then we are going to meet in a half boat pose. So take a little break with a few rocks if you want to, and then come straight up into your half boat. Remember to lift up out of the low back. Try to really balance on the sit bones here. Chest lifts, a little bit of softness in the hands. Maybe you can keep the shins lifted as well. Remember, you can cheat if you need to here. You can hold behind the knees and have the toes down. So find a variation that works for you. And then inhale here. As you exhale, come down to Ardha Navasana. So in Ardha Navasana, keep the low back pressing down and the shoulders away from the ears, chin to the chest. From Ardha Navasana, can you bring the right knee into the chest and then stretch it away, and then the left knee in, and then stretch it away, and then inhale, come back up into your half boat. I'm feeling that already. Lift up out of the low back, widen across the collarbones. Inhale in half boat, exhale, come down for Ardha Navasana. Low back presses down. Can you bring the right knee in, and then the left knee, and then fingertips behind the thighs, come up half boat. Inhale, half boat, exhale for Ardha. Press the low back down, draw the right knee into the chest, stretch away, then the left knee, stretch away, and then fingertips behind the thighs, come up half boat, and then release across the legs. Well done. Make your way straight to all fours, and then cat-cows never felt so good, did they? So make sure that you're stacking your joints and then just coming into some cat-cows with your breath. Inhale, tummy drops down, chin lifts, sit bones tilt. Exhale, navel draws up, tailbone tucks and chin tucks, and just keep going with your breath. Just allowing your abdomen to lengthen as much as you can as you come forward. I'm definitely not cold anymore. I don't know about anyone else. Keep going. Inhale, come forward, and exhale to come back. Okay, coming back to neutral all fours position, we're going to do some of those glute exercises. So strengthening our bum is just as important as everything else, and especially if we have back issues, and nice strong glutes will help support our back as well. So bring the knees together, maintain this shape with the legs, and then you inhale, bring the right knee up as high as your hips if you can, but without dipping into the low back. So keep the navel in and the ribs in, and then exhale, lower the knee down. And then inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Keep going, inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Don't let the low back hammock. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. You want to lift the knee high enough so that you feel kind of a bit of a bite in your bum as you lift. And we'll do another, because I've lost count already. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then this time we'll stretch the leg back. Outer right hip drops down again, navel in, ribs in. And then we'll just pulse it there for 10, 9, 8, keep the ribs drawing in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then inhale, big sweep to the right, exhale, take it to the left. Inhale to the right, exhale to the left, keeping the upper body out of it as much as you can. And then we'll do this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take the leg as far to the left as you can, gaze over the left shoulder, and then pulse the leg there for 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then inhale, take the leg as far to the right as you can. Come down onto your left forearm, onto your left right fingertips, so you've got a little tent with the hands there. And then gazing under your right arm, inhale, reach your way through the right toes as much as you can. And then exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, stretch away. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, stretch away. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Keep going, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hold the knee to the tricep for 5. Keep the navel drawing in, 4. Ribs sucking in as well, 3, 2, and 1. And then stretch the leg away and then release, come back. Knees together, come back to your all fours. And if you just need to move a little bit there, move. So you might just sway into the hips or draw a few circles or anything like that. Okay, coming back to neutral, same thing on the other side. So maintaining the shape with the left leg, keeping the navel in and the ribs in so you don't start to hammock into the low back. And then inhale, left knee up, exhale, lower. Inhale, up, exhale, lower. Inhale, up, exhale, lower. Remember, you want to lift it as high that you feel a bit of a bite in your bum. And then we'll keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then stretch the leg back, and then outer left hip drops down, ribs in, navel in, pulse it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then inhale as far to the left as we can, exhale as far to the right. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. So it's like wagging the tail. We're keeping the upper body out of it as much as we can. 10, 9, 8, 7. Try and keep the whole of the front body drawing in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then taking the leg as far to the right as you can, gaze over the right shoulder and pulse it there for 10, 9, keep the navel in, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then inhale as far to the left as you can, down onto your right forearm, little tent with the left hand gazing under your left arm. Inhale, reach away through the left leg. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale, stretch away. Exhale, knee to tricep. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hold the knee to the tricep. 5, 4, ribs in, navel in. 3, 2, and 1. And then release the knee down. Come back to all fours, and then just a little bit of movement there. You might want to sway, draw hip circles, cat-cow, whatever feels nice. Okay, and then from there, coming into a supported plank pose. So just taking the knees a little bit further back from the hips, and then tucking the elbows in. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower. So think about the chest lengthening forward, elbows draw in. We're going to stop before the shoulders get lower than the elbows, and then inhale, come back up. And then again, come down. See if you can stop before the shoulders are lower than the elbows, and then inhale, come back up. And then again, come down. Elbows glued to the ribs here, remember, chest lengthens forward, stop. Inhale, come back up. And then this time we'll come all the way down to the front. And then once you're there, untuck the toes and come straight into a Sphinx pose. So elbows below the shoulders, forearms in a number 11, and just adjust your pelvis so that you feel comfortable there. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of these lifts that we can make a little bit harder if we want to. Okay, so you can keep the knees down if you want, or you can lift the whole of the lower body. So it's up to you. You might want to do a bit of both. Make sure that the elbows are below the shoulders and the forearms in a number 11. You feel comfortable in your pelvis. And then on the next inhale, we press into the elbows and we lift, and the tops of the feet, suck the ribs in, navel in, and then exhale to lower. And then again, inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then hold it. 5. Really suck everything in. 4, 3, 2, and one, and then release, come all the way down, have a rest. So if you take your arms down by your side, let the shoulder heads roll forward, totally relax, heels drop out, totally relax. Just observe the sensation that you have in your body, let everything settle down, let the breath settle. Feeling it already this morning. Okay, and then when we're ready, we'll come back to our elbows. Remember, when we do the dolphin planks, you can adjust them, use your knees if you need to. Always modify it instead of pushing it so much that you hurt yourself. Okay, so forearms in a number 11, and then tucking the toes, coming into dolphin plank. So, as always, ribs suck in, navel sucks in, kneecaps are drawing up the front of the thighs, you're reaching back through the heels and you're lengthening out through the crown of the head. Make sure that you're not sinking into the shoulders as well, so really push and lift as much as you can. So if you want to just stay and hang out in standard dolphin plank for a few breaths, you can. Otherwise, we can start to do this soaring action where we inhale, come forward, and exhale, come back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Do another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then from here, we'll come straight to the left-hand side. So use the left knee if you need to, or come to the outer edge of your left foot, and then stacking or staggering the feet, reach the right arm up. Okay, and then right hip lifts up. Try to draw the left elbow towards the feet and the feet towards the left elbow. So you really start to engage the left side ribs. Reach up through the fingertips there. Inhale. As you exhale, we'll tuck under, touch the back of the left shoulder, and then inhale, open up, exhale, tuck under. Inhale, open up, exhale, tuck under. Inhale, open up, exhale, tuck under. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then really, really lift up. Big inhale, and then back through standard dolphin plank. We'll come straight to the other side, so use the right knee if you need to, or come straight to the elbow, stack the feet or stagger the feet. Left arm reaches up, left hip lifts up, right elbow drawing towards the feet, feet are drawing towards the elbow. Inhale, reach up through the left fingertips, and then exhale, tuck under. Inhale, reach up, exhale, tuck under. Inhale, reach up, exhale, tuck under. Inhale, reach up, exhale, tuck under. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then really lift up through the fingertips, lift up through the left hips. Left hip even, inhale, and then exhale, unwind. Come back to dolphin plank, and then let the knees come down, come all the way down, and have a rest. Arms down by your side, let the heels drop out completely. Relax, just for a couple of breaths. Let everything settle. Take a nice big inhale, and a nice big exhale, and again, nice big inhale, and a nice big exhale. Okay, back to your forearms. And if you want to, for this little bit of dolphin plank, you can interlace the fingers. So sometimes people prefer that, it's easier. So you can always interlace the fingers if you want to. Make sure that the elbows are below the shoulders. We'll tuck the toes and come back up to our dolphin plank. Bring the feet together, suck the ribs in, suck the navel in. Trying to stay as heavy into the elbows and the forearms as you can. Inhale, exhale, take both heels over to the right, and then inhale back to center. Exhale, both heels to the left. Inhale, center, and then back to the right. Inhale, center, back to the left. Inhale, center, back to the right. Inhale, center, back to the left. Inhale, center. So my feet are kind of slipping away a bit. You have to keep adjusting them maybe, but keep going if you can. Keep sucking the ribs in. So we're really feeling our obliques this morning. You'll be feeling them later, I imagine. We're going to do 2 more of these each side. Keep breathing. And then come back to standard dolphin plank, drop the knees and tuck the toes. Come all the way down and have a rest. Well done. Arms down by your side, shoulder heads roll forward, heels drop out, totally rest. Nice big inhale. And a nice big exhale. And again, nice big inhale. And a nice big exhale. Okay, while we're down here on the floor, it'll be rude not to do the back bends. So we're going to do some back bends, and you make them as hard or not as you want to. Remember, if you want to stick to cobras, stick to cobra. So we'll start with the hands at shoulder height, palms facing down, elbows in, shoulders roll back, shoulder blades squeeze in, pubic bone presses down, and you're trying to get that action of tailbone tucking. So you're lengthening your bum, basically, making space in the low back. Elbows in, shoulders roll back, and then energetically hands draw back as you press the chest forward. And then maybe you lift the hands, come into jazz hands. Maybe you lift the feet, the legs as well for more of a Salabhasana variation. So make that up to you. Do whatever you want, Cobra, Salabhasana. If we're going for Salabhasana, remember, make yourself as long as you can. Chest is lengthening forward, reach out through the heels. Maybe you take the arms back as well. And if you take the arms back as well, can you lift? Shoulder blades squeeze in. And then inhale, come up a little bit higher. And then exhale, come down, not all the way. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come down all the way. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come down. Keep going. 10, 9, 8. So Salabhasana or Cobra, your choice. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hold it for 5. Lengthen through the crown of the head. 4. Reach away through the toes. 3. Lift the arms if you can as well. 2, and 1. And then release. Come down. Shoulder heads roll forward. Heels drop out. Well done. Nice big inhale. And a nice big exhale. Okay, so your choice for the next pose. You could stick to a cobra, or we can come to upward facing dog. So for upward facing dog, heels of the hands level with the waist. Elbows are squeezing in. And then on the next inhale, we press into the hands, press into the tops of the feet and lift. Upper arms come back, collarbones widen, lift up out of the shoulders. Extra pressure into the tops of the feet, inner thighs lift as well. And make sure that you're not sinking into the shoulders in your upward facing dog. Inhale. And then as we exhale, find our way back finally into downward facing dog. And then when you get there, just move in any way that you need to. So we start to really appreciate our downward facing dog as a resting pose, don't we? If you've got wrist issues, remember you can always do a forearm variation, which is even harder. Or you can just drop the knees as well, take a break. Okay, so just move or sway in whatever way that you want to in your downward facing dog. And then inhale, take the right leg up. As you exhale, step it forward. And we'll just drop the left knee and tuck the toes, and then inhale for a low lunge. And then as we exhale, let the hips sink forward and down. Outer right hip back, left hip presses forward, shoulder blades down the back. Maybe you bring the palms together and maybe you gaze up there. Remember not to really let the ribs flare forward. Keep the ribs knitting in, and then you're staying heavy in the tailbone as you sink a little bit deeper maybe. Okay, from there, release the right hand to the outside of the right thigh, and then inhale, reach up through the left fingertips, and then exhale, a little side bend over to the right. Keep it lifting up out of the left hip. Reach through the left fingertips there as well. And then inhaling to come back up, we'll tuck the toes, makes it a little bit easier. Tuck the toes on the left foot. And then as we exhale, transfer the weight back, half Hanumanasana, and we'll sweep the right arms back as well. And then inhale, come back forward, low lunge. Exhale, come back, half Hanumanasana. Inhale, come forward, low lunge. Exhale, come back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Keep going with this one for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then back into your low lunge. From there, we'll release the hands back down, tuck the toes, left foot, lift the knee, turn the left foot out and root it down, and then come straight into a side angle pose. So you could do the elbow to knee variation, or you could come into the full pose, it's up to you. Just remember to keep that left inner thigh lifting, front knees opening out, and make sure your chest doesn't face down in side angle pose. We want to really be thinking about turning the chest towards the ceiling. Left shoulder draws away from the ears, you're reaching into that outer left heel as well. And then we'll look down to the right foot for balance. Inhale, press in. Come to a warrior two and then exhale, sink into a warrior two. Big inhale there. As we exhale, hands come down, step back, straight into downward facing dog. Okay, and on the next inhale, take the left leg up and then exhale, step it forward. We'll drop the right knee and tuck the toes and then find our low lunge. Inhale, come bring the arms up, exhale, hips forward and down. Outer left hip back, right hip shaves forward. Palms together, maybe you start to wrap the triceps forward and find a bit more length and straightness with the arms. Keep the ribs in, maybe come deeper into your low lunge. Okay, tucking the toes on the back foot helps to stabilize this a little bit, so it's up to you. But inhale, as you exhale, transfer the weight back, half Hanumanasana. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, come back. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, come back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. I've lost count already, so 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to your low lunge. Release the left hand down to the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, reach up through the right fingertips. And then as you exhale, that little side bend over to the left. Find as much length as you can. Right hand side of the body. Reach through the fingertips. Maybe you turn your gaze up there as well. Up to you. Okay, inhale, bring the arms back up. As you exhale, come back down onto the fingertips. Lift the right knee, turn the right foot out, and then find your version of side angle pose. So do the modified version if you want to, or take the hand down. Just make sure you're lifting that inner right thigh up and you're thinking about turning your chest. Tailbone points to the back of the right heel, right shoulder away from the ear. Still breathing and smiling. Okay, looking down to the left foot. Inhale, press in to come to a warrior two, and then exhale, sinking into a warrior two. Big inhale there. As we exhale, we'll cartwheel the hands down. You could go straight to downward facing dog, or you can add in a vinyasa. We didn't the other side, but you can here if you want to. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog, take 5 breaths. 1, so just let your breath settle. 2, draw the shoulders away from the ears. 3, can you press your shin bones back in your downward facing dog? 4 and 5, and then inhaling to look forward, step, hop, float, or walk forward. And then once you're there, forward bend. Inhale, come up, roll up or lift the chin, press down through the feet. Arms keep coming, reach up and gaze up. As we exhale, send the left arm forward and take the right arm back for a twist. And then inhale, come back forward, arms up. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, forward bend. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to find your way back. So you can skip the vinyasa, go to downward facing dog, or come through a vinyasa, up to you. Use the knees if you want to. Inhale, up, double cobra. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog, take 5 breaths. 1, so remember, extra energy into the base of the fingers. 2, and we're thinking about the tricep muscles spinning back, bicep muscles spinning forward. 3, can you find more length from your outer wrist to the outer hips? 4 and 5, and then inhaling to look forward, step, hop, float, or walk forward. And then when you're there, forward bend. Inhale to come up, bringing the hands to touch, and then exhale, twisting to your right, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, come back up, palms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Skip the vinyasa or come through a vinyasa, up to you. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale back. Downward facing dog, take 5 breaths. And 1, so calm your breath. 2, can you soften around the base of your neck as well? 3, can you spin the triceps back a little bit more? 4 and 5. Okay, on the next inhale, we'll take the right leg up behind us, and then as we exhale, step it forward. So setting up for crescent, just make sure you're not on a tightrope, and then we'll inhale and wobble our way up for crescent, and then sink into the front knee, outer right hip shaves back, left hip forward. So remember, all of that stuff I always go on about. Tailbone is heavy, back knee can be soft, but you still want to energize back through the left heel. Shoulder blades down the back, ribs in. Palms together if you can, but you can keep the hands about shoulder width if you want to. In fact, we will, because we're going to move here a little bit. So make sure that you're shaving that outer right hip back and the left hip is pressing forward. Shoulder blades draw down the back. Inhale. As you exhale, keep the arms where they are. Come forward and hover over the front leg. And then inhale, come back up. And then exhale, come forward, hover. Suck the ribs in when you get there. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, come forward, hover. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come forward, hover. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come forward and hover for 5. Really suck the ribs in. 4, draw the shoulders down the back. 3, 2, and 1. And then inhale, come back up to crescent. And then as we exhale, we're going to dip down, but not all the way. And then inhale, come back up. And then exhale, dip down, not all the way. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, dip down, not all the way. Inhale, come back up. Another 2. Exhale, dip down, not all the way. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, dip down, not all the way. And can you hold it for 5? Outer right hips drawing back. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then inhale to come back up. Well done. Sink into that front knee. Outer right hip shaves back. Okay, from here, inhale, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, big circle around with the arms if you can, and then bring the arms forward, palms facing up. And then inhale, sweep the arms out and around and back and down, and then forward, palms facing up. Same again. Inhale, big circle. Bring the arms forward, palms facing forward. Okay, inhale, take the arms straight out to the side. I know that our bum's killing us, but reach out through the fingertips there. Inhale, as you exhale, eagle arms, right arm under left. And then from here, we're going to shift the weight into the front foot, step into it, wobble, wobble, come straight into eagle pose. If you can, cross the left leg over, toes behind the calf, arms lift, sink deeper. If you can, sink deeper into your eagle. Okay, inhale in eagle, and then as we exhale, we'll fly away. So reach the left arm back, reach the arms out to the side, lift up out of the right hip, inhale, and then exhale left, foot down, woof, come straight to Utkatasana. Okay, make it a deep Utkatasana. Sit bones to the backs of the knees, shoulder blades down the back, inhale. Exhale for a forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Come down through the knees or chaturanga, or skip this if you want to. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale back, downward facing dog, take 5 breaths. 1, so observe the sensation in your body. 2, chances are you're feeling it in your right bum a bit more than the left at the moment. 3, relax the base of the neck. 4, and 5, and then inhale, take the left leg up, exhale to step it forward. So check that you're not on a tightrope, be comfortable before you wobble your way up to crescent, and then sink into the front knee, outer left hip shaves back, all of that stuff. So tailbone is heavy, you feel this strongly on the front of the right thigh, back knee soft, but you're still energizing back through that right heel. Try to straighten into the arms as much as you can, bring the ribs in, all of that stuff, sink deeper. Okay, inhale, exhale, come forward and hover. Suck the ribs in when you're there. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come forward, hover. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come forward, hover. Inhale, come back up. And I've lost count, but we'll still do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hold it, suck the ribs in. 5, chest is lengthening forward. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then inhale to come back up. Exhale, dip down, not all the way. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, dip down, not all the way. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, dip down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then can you hold it there for 5, 4, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. 3, 2, 1, and then inhale to come back up to crescent lunge and reset yourself a moment there. Inhale, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, reaching out, around and back and down, and then arms forward, palms face up. Inhale, big circle. Arms forward, palms face up. Inhale, big circle. Arms forward, palms face up, and then inhale, take the arms wide, reach out through the fingertips. Big inhale, and then exhale, eagle arms, left arm under this time. And then we start to take the weight into the left foot, come straight into an eagle at the top of the mat. My legs are shaking. Tuck the toes behind the back of the calf. If you can, sink deeper into your eagle pose, if you can. And then inhale there, exhale to fly away. Reach the right leg back, reach your way through the fingertips, lift up out the left hip. Inhale, exhale, right foot down. Inhale, Utkatasana. Let your breath settle, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, exhale, forward bend. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, straight to downward facing dog or through vinyasa. Up to you, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale back, downward facing dog, take 5 breaths. And 1, so calm your breath. 2, remember to soften around the base of the neck. 3, draw your shoulder blades up your back, up towards your back pockets as well. 4 and 5. Okay, on the next inhale, we'll take the right leg up again, and then exhale to step it forward. So setting up for a runner's lunge here. Just come onto your fingertips, let the hips descend, think about the chest lengthening forward, and then any amount, lift the back of the left thigh. Okay, from here, we're going to shift the weight into the front foot and lift the left leg. So hands come a little bit further forward. You can use blocks if you need to. Straighten into the right leg as much as you can. Outer left hip's dropping down. So we're kind of in a supported warrior 3. Outer left hip drops down. So you're not really twisting the pelvis. Have a little look at and see that your toes are pointing down. Okay, ribs are drawing in here as well, and the chest is lengthening forward. Inhale, reach back through the left heel, and then exhale, knee to nose, squeeze. Inhale, stretch back. 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 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then hold the knee into the nose as much as you can, spread between the shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release the left foot down, come straight into Utkatasana, make it a nice deep Utkatasana, big inhale, and then exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, step or jump back. Skip the vinyasa or come through vinyasa. Use the knees if you need to. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Find your runner's lunge. Adjust, let the hips sink down, chest is forward, back of the right thigh lifts any amount. Okay, then we start to transfer the weight into the left foot, fingertips come a bit further forward, coming into a supported warrior 3. Look back, check that the toes are pointing down, lift up out of the left hip, chest is lengthening forward. And then inhale, exhale, knee to nose and squeeze. Inhale, stretch back, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch back, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch back, exhale, knee to nose. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hold the knee in, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, really squeeze, spread between the shoulder blades. 1, and then release the right foot down, come straight back to Utkatasana. Make it a nice deep Utkatasana. This time from Utkatasana, inhale and then exhale, slowly come down all the way. Slowly. Hopefully not to find our half boat pose. Bring the hands together in your half boat, lift the chest. Keep the shins lifted, keep lifting up out of the low back. Cheat if you need to here, but this is what we're hopefully working towards. Okay, inhale. Exhale, twisting from the waist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Okay, inhaling to come back to center. Exhale, come down to Ardha Navasana. Press the low back down, and then inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale the left leg. Exhale, lower. And then come all the way down, bring the knees into the chest. We're going to start that rocking up to chair pose, and I know that it's not the easiest thing to do in the world, but have a go. It does get easier. Okay, hands behind the thighs, start rocking, and then you can start to think about the arms reaching forward. Maybe you start to find your feet, and then maybe you meet me in your Utkatasana. And then once you're in your Utkatasana, upper arms lift, sit bones to the backs of the knees, inhale, exhale, slowly come down, snap, crackle and pop all the way. And then doof, meet me in half boat. Okay, this time from our half boat, we'll inhale, exhale, come down to Ardha Navasana. Inhale, straddle the legs, bring them back together, and then inhale, come up. And then exhale, come down, Ardha, straddle the legs, bring them back together, inhale, come back up. Exhale, come down, Ardha, straddle the legs, and then inhale to come back up. Exhale, come down, Ardha, straddle the legs, inhale to come back up, and then exhale, come down, Ardha, and then come all the way down, bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a little squeeze, a little bit of a back massage, whatever. And then we'll find Utkatasana again, so hands behind the thighs, starting to rock back and forward, finding your feet, reaching the arms forward, and then maybe you meet me in chair pose, or you use your hands to get there, or whatever. Sit bones to the backs of the knees, upper arms lift. Okay, from chair pose now. Inhale, exhale, come forward, arms swing back, inhale, come back to chair, exhale, let everything go, inhale, chair, exhale, inhale, chair, exhale, inhale for chair, and then exhale to slowly lower. Don't worry, we're nearly done. Come all the way down, meet me in half boat pose, lift the chest. One more inhale and then exhale, let the feet come down. How am I doing? Getting carried away, not too bad. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of hollow body type things. Remember to do these to your degree, don't compromise your back. Stopping at the first level is okay if you need to. It's intense enough, isn't it? So come down and then walk the heels in. And then just adjusting the pelvis so that you can really ground your low back down here. That is the key thing. Keep the low back pressing down, navel in. And then from there, inhale on the floor. Exhale, come up with the head and shoulders, reach forward through the fingertips. And we can just pulse it there for now for 10. 9. Keep sucking the ribs in, the navel in. 8. Chin to the chest helps with the neck. 7. 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, stay with that. Come down and have a rest, or you stretch the legs away. And you suck all of the front body to the back body. Maybe you take the arms out. Maybe you rock a bit here as well. But just pay attention to what's happening in your low back. Remember, don't compromise your back. Okay, and then fingertips behind the thighs. Inhale, come back up, half boat, certainly feels like an easy pose. And then feet down, come all the way down. Remember, stop at the first bit if you want to, or not. Navel in, low back in. Inhale, come up with the upper body, pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, chin to the chest. 3, 2, and 1. Stay with that, have a rest, or leg stretch away. So remember, it's a little bit easier with the legs higher. Challenge yourself taking them lower. Maybe the arms come out, maybe you rock a bit. Just keep sucking the whole of the front body in. That is the key thing. Okay, and then fingertips behind the thighs to help you come up to half boat again. Lift the chest. Lift up out the low back. Well done. And then feet come down. Come all the way down and just give yourself a little squeeze. Bring the knees into the chest. Knees from side to side. Boiling hot. I'm sure it's not that hot outside. Okay, a little bit of a massage there, and then let the feet come down. So we'll set up for a bridge pose. And remember with these, don't let the knees drift, and just come up as high as you're comfortable to. So on the next inhale, pressing into the feet and lifting. Keep the knees pointing forward, really try and stretch the whole of the front body. So it's like you're reaching away through the knees, aiming to get knees, hips, shoulders all on the straight line. And if you wanted to, take the hands beneath you, interlace the fingers, and then walk the shoulder blades in, you could come into a deeper version of Setu Bandha. Just try to press hard into the feet so that you engage the hamstrings and the glutes. And the more that we engage the hamstrings and the glutes, the more we can protect our back here. Keep lifting, keep reaching away through the knees. Take an inhale and then exhale to slowly lower. And then once you've come down, just relax the pelvis for a moment. Observe how everything feels. Let your breath settle. Okay, so you might want to repeat your bridge pose. You might even want to throw in a Urdhva Dhanurasana here if you wanted to. You could come up for a wheel. So I'll leave that up to you. If you're working on your wheel, you can always bring the fingertips, the hands at the shoulders with the fingertips pointing back below the shoulders and keep the elbows pointing up. And then you can come up into a bridge, inhale, come up with that hand position, because it helps us just to work on that wrist flexibility. So you can do that version of bridge if you wanted to, and then if you feel that you wanted to come all the way up to Urdhva Dhanurasana, you can as well. Just make sure that you don't let the knees drift, you don't let the toes turn out. So your version of your back bend. Remember in our wheel pose, we're aiming to bring the shoulders over the wrists eventually. And you don't want all of the strain in the low back. Okay, take another breath wherever you are and then release. Come down, and if you've been in wheel, you're just going to lower yourself down to the back of the shoulders, not the back of the neck. And then come all the way down and bring your knees in. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little bit of a back massage, whatever feels nice there. Just letting everything begin to settle down a bit. Okay, coming back to static, wrap your forearms around your shins and then bring the head and shoulders up, bring the nose between the knees and really squeeze. So try to get as much engagement there as you can. Spread between the shoulder blades, navel's drawing in, ribs are drawing in, really squeeze. Can you squeeze a bit more? Can you come up a little bit higher? Inhale and then exhale, release, come back down, relax, let go. Just keeping the knees bent. Relax your shoulders. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time. So come back to that little ball, knees in, forearms around the shins, shoulders blades spread between them, nose between the knees, ribs in, navel in, squeeze, get everything engaged there. Inhale, and then exhale, release, come down, and then finding that actually we won't, we'll just come into one more little stretch before we finish. So you can either take a twist here. If you like to take a twist, take a twist. Otherwise, I like to come into happy baby, don't I? So you can take the hands behind the knees, bring them towards your underarms. You can bring the arms on the inside of the shins, or take the ankles or the outer edges of the feet, and come into whatever version of happy baby works. If you are feeling that you really need to take a twist, then take a twist. So it's your practice, and you do what feels right in your body. So after a strong practice, for me, this is what I need. But do whatever for you. And then when you're ready, find Savasana. Well-deserved Savasana. Come to lying flat. And then start to relax. Soften your abdomen. Relax your facial muscles. Relax deeply behind your eyes. Release your jaw. And relax your throat. Just let go completely, just for a few minutes. And now, just slowly beginning to bring your awareness back. Gently moving fingers and toes. Taking a nice long inhale, having a stretch. So arms up overhead, maybe interlace fingers, have a full body stretch. You could bend up your knees, bring them into your chest, give yourself a hug, take a twist, whatever, any move, any stretch that feels nice. And then when you're ready, making your way to your right hand side and finding your way back to seated when you're ready. So cross legs or not, whatever. And then just bringing the hands together in front of the heart. Relax your shoulders. Soften your facial muscles. And just feel the whole of your body alive with sensation. Taking a nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Namaste. Thank you. Well done. Happy Thursday. Hope we enjoyed. Hope, Carol, you enjoyed your first Zoom. Takes a bit of getting used to, doesn't it? But I think when you get used to it, it's okay. So I'll be putting all of them on YouTube now, because a few people have gone back to work and just gutted without all their yoga. So I'm going to start putting them all on YouTube, and you can have the links if you want to. I'll see you tomorrow, folks. Have a lovely day. Enjoy. Bye.